Hey folks, it's really early in the morning, 7:51. I've been up for a while actually. I've been uploading episodes of our featured book, Princess of Mars, by Edgar Rice Burroughs. And they're all on the official podcast, which is the iServalan show, which you can get on the website. Of course you can. But also, I think the really good way of listening to it, so it's always there, is by downloading the Spreaker app. So if you download that, it's all free, guys, all free. If you download that and then you've got it on your phone or your iPad or whatever, I'm not sure if you can download it to... yeah, of course you can. You can download it to your laptop as well. That's the best way of listening to them. Then you won't get all the other waffle, that's on the website, because I write a lot of articles on the website. I've been doing tips on arty things to do, which is really, really useful because it's winter, isn't it? And what can we do in winter? I was so cold yesterday, guys, that I sat on the electric blanket for most of the day. And finally I warmed up because the heating went on. It's a very, very cold old penthouse here. And I was able then to do a bit of styling, fashion styling. I thought, what am I going to wear today? Now, I'm making a copy, a Vivienne Westwood-inspired dress, but I wanted that for Christmas Day. So today I wanted something that was a bit more casual. But I have a problem with casual these days when I go out. I do like to, get the sequins out, get the heels out, get the twinkly stuff, the brooches. It all comes out. Because I like dressing up. And this is another thing, isn't it, about being artistic. You can tell an artist by their clothes. They're always a little bit different somehow. Funny enough, I met an artist once, and I'm afraid I would not be able to repeat his name. And he had egg on his tie from breakfast every time I saw him. It was hilarious. But it was always a different tie. So he was changing it each time I saw him. Or probably every day, no doubt. But I was highly amused. That was an artist in Edinburgh. Anyway, we all have that little something that sets us aside, I think. Certainly, you would rarely see an artist in a work suit. And quite often they've got paint. I've always got paint under my fingernails. Either ink from my tattooing or oil paints, which won't come off, no matter how much you wash. They take a while. They need scraping, actually. And, if you're painting all week, it becomes very, very much ingrained oil paint. Now then, what have I done today apart from uploading lots of episodes? Do you know what? I might just upload all the rest of the episodes. There are only 4 more. So I think I may as well do the last 4, mightn't I, today? I'll do those in a minute for us. Really good to pop that on bedtime when you can't sleep, but you'll probably have to keep putting the same episode on because you never get to the end of it. So, and now the best way to listen if you're listening for bedtime so that you get each episode one after the other is just to go to iServalan.com or telltelleclub.com and just click on the playlist because, then you won't have to worry about repeating the next one. I'm not sure if you can do that on the app. So the other thing I'm going to do today that's a little bit art-based is photographs of the outfit I'm wearing because it's definitely an artist's outfit. And so a bit of a photo shoot today. And I was thinking about styling and how layers, because I've got layers on today. I've employed the use of layers and accessories. I haven't got them on now. I'm still in my PJs, guys. I'm still in my PJs with the cat on my first coffee, planning my day. And I like to do that. I like to plan my day artistically. What art am I going to do today? Think about it and then try and stick to it. I don't always. Layering. Especially in winter, we can have such fun with layering. And I was expecting to wear one of my own designs, but I've decided against it. And I'd bought on eBay for £5 a rather strange garment, but I was drawn to it. And it is an all-in-one sort of lycra that pop. You have poppers under the crutch bit, so it pulls it tight. But it had this wonderful, wonderful scoop neck, which I was just drawn to. I thought, that is fabulous. And it's covered in these big jewels, whacking great big jewels, faux, paste, obviously. But they look fantastic. And it is far too low if you wear it with nothing underneath. And one wouldn't, in my advancing years, one wouldn't do that. It's not fair on the planet. Although, we should be body proud, of course we should. But what I've done is I've put it over the top of this New Romantics blouse, also vintage, that cost me around about a £5. Now, I think once I paid delivery, it was about £8 each. So what's that about? Is that about $15 or something? So not the cheapest cheap. If I went to the thrift store, I'd be able to get something a bit cheaper. But they were just adorable. And together, they look incredibly chic. And I also bought some time ago a brooch, which is very, very retro. It has a sort of Renaissance... No, not Renaissance. Oh, did you hear my tummy rumbling? I need breakfast. I'm not sure what, what genre would it be? Before or after... No, after Renaissance, I think. But not... Maybe... I'm going to say 1700s. Yeah, 1700s, I think. Late 1700s. And it's a copy of a painting on an oval brooch. A gentleman and a lady. And very sort of old-fashioned and almost prim. But it kind of works with this really scoop neck. So I'll be doing a photo shoot later with those. And I thought, guys, what we might do today is use the photographs and then... Well, I won't be able to do it today because I'm going away. I'm going off for the day. But when I get back tomorrow, I'll show you how to change the backgrounds. Okay, so we'll use some software. We'll be using, 2 or 3 different softwares, but picking a background and then putting them over the top. And then what we might do is I'll do an iMovie version where I take these photographs of myself in my wonderful vintage retro outfits that I've created and put them over a background of some description, possibly a moving image background. So the photos are over the top of the moving image. Do you see what I mean? And create a short and something quite arty. I thought, let's do that. It'll be fun. And maybe think outside the box, which means doing something unexpected, which is, by far and away, I'm always drawn to that. I like that idea. So that's it. I think that's it for today. So do join me tomorrow. It was a busy weekend. I started a peacock tattoo on my leg. It was quite a big one, and I used a machine, which I don't really enjoy using the machine, but it was so much quicker. So much quicker. And when you're doing tattoos on yourself, it's quite difficult to sit in the same position, bent over, do you see what I mean? Bent over your ankle or your shin or whatever it is. This was half shin, half leg. So I've done the outline, but I really, really am looking forward now to doing my hand dot work, which I really love doing. And I prefer it. I prefer it to machine work for me to do. And a lot of tattooists who hand poke will talk about the emotion and the tranquility that is used in hand poke. It's somehow much more meaningful than a machine-done tattoo. Every time you push the needle in with a little bit of ink on it, you're engaging with your client. You see what I mean? And a lot of tattoo artists do talk about that, actually. It's quite interesting, isn't it? And also this, this very fast-paced world that we're all part of at the moment with, the internet and the way AI makes us work so much faster and all of these things. It's quite nice, I think, to take a step back and do something really, really slow. So I'm still waiting for my frames, but we will be finishing the gold recycled vinyl records in a couple of days as well, as soon as the frames arrive, and they're really, really lovely. Very proud of those. So join me soon at the Academy of Arts, the Telltale Club Academy of Arts, for really rather a lot to do. We've got a packed week ahead. Have a great Monday, everybody, and if you want to know more, pop over to any of the websites, iServalan.com or telltaleclub.com, and of course I've got my Vimeo on demand channels as well, which are 100% affiliated with these podcasts.